with me. He tells me that I am his own and I'll never want, I'll never lack, 'cause he provides for me every time. Oh, lead me to the water and I will follow. Don't have to study what will happen tomorrow. Cast away all my trouble and all my care. I'm looking forward to a much brighter day. I have no dilemma, 'cause I know who's in this boat with me, rowing this boat with me. I have no dilemma, 'cause I know who's in this boat with me, rowing this boat with me. And I am not hungry, I am fed, my soul is full, and I am well. I am not thirsty, 'cause he fills me up, and my cup is running over, yeah, it's running over. I have no dilemma, no, 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 no. I have no dilemma, no, 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 no. When the doctor tell me he can't fix it for me, Jehovah Rapha, healer. And when this burden get too heavy for me, I know you'll carry me through every season. In my darkest hours, you shine your light, and when everything go wrong, you make it right. My God will work it out, so I have no doubt. I don't know what dilemma you're talking about. I have no dilemma, 'cause I know who's in this boat with me, rowing this boat with me. I have no dilemma, 'cause I know who's in this boat with me, rowing this boat with me. And I am not hungry, I am fed, my soul is full, and I am well. I am not thirsty, 'cause he fills me up, and my cup is running over, yeah, it's running over. I have no dilemma, no, 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 no. I have no dilemma, no, 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 no. Everything that I need, he provided. No, no dilemma. Everything that was broken, he fixed it. Everything that I need, he provided. No, no dilemma. Everything that was broken, he fixed it. And I am not hungry, I am fed. My soul is.
Oh my goodness, we finally made it. Welcome to the live show, guys. My name is Dean, and today is a very, very special stream. We are live. I'm in the city of Atlanta. Put in the comments, let me know where you're watching from. If you're in Jamaica, if you're in Florida, if you're in, if you're in New York. So today, passion versus purpose. So many times we sort of misconstrued the two, because I have plenty of passions, right? I have a passion for music. I'm a bass player. I love video production. I like to live stream, like tons of passion, right? But are those passions necessarily my purpose? And so I reached out to a friend of mine who's a guru when it comes to public speaking. This dude can preach your socks off, but no preaching today, TL. It's gonna be crazy, man. So I'm right here live on the eCam network. Shout out to eCam. Oh my goodness. This right here is hot, it's powerful. And shout out to the homegirl, Katie. Katie, what's good? And shout out to Glenn and Ken for allowing us to do this, man. This series has been going on for a while, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'm super pumped, super stoked, super excited, super, yeah. So let's check the comments to see what's going on, man. Oh my gosh. Of course, my son is watching. What's up, boy? eCam Network is in the building. Thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in. My name is Dean. Once again, I'm a music coach. I am a music publisher, and I try to teach independent artists and musicians how to make money online, you know, how to collect their royalties, how to make sure that they're using the tools that are given to them, like how to live stream, how to get their mute. And Ecamm is one of those tools that I personally use. And I'm super, super excited. Whenever I bring guests on the show, I try my best not to talk too much, right? I like to do with things based on the formats. Usually we have entertainment news and all that stuff, but I want to get the guests in here early. And ladies, let me just set this up real quick. I hope this works. Let me set this up real quick. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you. That was so corny right now. Oh my gosh. TL Holmes, what's up, man?
Listen, y'all gotta love Dean. Y'all gotta love Dean Reynolds. Because he's gonna keep it hot. He's gonna keep it live and original.
Oh my gosh. Dude, welcome to the show, man. Passion versus purpose. So many times I get confused with those two. And for you, you are an author of the book Unidentified. Very powerful book.
Yes.
Very great read. And so you kind of live in this sort of world, how to identify both, how to separate them. Because I feel like, because I'm excited to do things like how I'm excited to live stream and all that stuff. But is that really my purpose? Or to make it sound more spiritual, is that really my God-given purpose? And for me, being a musician, I'm very passionate when I play the bass, when I go to church, when I go to concerts and whatnot. So I kind of want you to break down the difference between passion versus purpose. Tia, welcome to the show. Welcome to Ecamm Live, dude.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Thank you, Ecamm. I really appreciate you guys welcoming me into the family. This is a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, just jump right in, TL. What is the difference between passion and purpose? Let me know.
Well,
let me hear your spin on it.
This is an interesting topic, actually, Dean. It's very loaded. When I was writing the book Unidentified, it deals with unlocking the power of your brand. And one of the things that it forced me to do is move from my potential closer to my purpose. What I understood, or what I've learned in identifying what my purpose is that we do a lot of things that has nothing to do with our purpose. It just keeps us busy. It's called activity. And sometimes we can do things that has nothing to do with where we're going in life, has nothing to do with the legacy that we're building in life. And it causes us to waste so much time. And we deal a lot with, you're talking about passion versus purpose, and most of the time passion is lined up a lot with activity. So what I like to challenge people to do is, how do you align your passion with your purpose? And I put it like this. So on a stove, do you cook, Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like me, I cook. Wonderful. So if you have a stove, right?
Yeah.
You have a stove, you have 4 eyes. Some people have 6 eyes on the stove. And when you're cooking on the stove, if you're going to cook on each one of those eyes, you're going to put pots on each one of those eyes. If you're going to cook different things in the pot, the problem with cooking different things in the pot is that everything that you cook needs its own attention. Right.
Okay.
So if I have 4 pot stove, the most attention that I can eat is 25%. And so you identify purpose or your passion. If you have a passion, right, that's 1 pot on the stove. And if you have 4 passions going on, you have 4 pots on the stove. So the most you can give each one of those passions is 25% of your time.
25%.
25%. creativity,
Okay.
25% of your mind, your spirit, your body, your soul. And so what you have to find out what along your passions line up with your purpose. Okay, my purpose in life is to impact the lives of people in a positive way. That's why I wake up,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
My passions are very different from my purpose
Mm.
because my passion is video production. My passion is photography. My passion is writing. My passion is developing. My passion is marketing, branding. I love those different things.
Okay.
So what I had to do is I had to identify what part of my passion was going to move me closer to my purpose. If my purpose is impacting the lives of people in a positive way, that's what make me move. That's what make me thrive throughout my day. That's what satisfies me.
Okay.
I have to figure out which one of those passions are aligning myself. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at your passions as your vehicle.
Mm. Mm.
Now, what vehicle are going to get you on the journey of purpose?
Which
So, yeah, exactly. So what I've done is I have taken the pots on the stove and I've removed all the pots, and I only have one pot on the stove. Because a lot of times we can get busy and it does nothing to push us to purpose.
Mm.
And what I do is I make sure that whatever is in that pot relates to it itself. So I'm not trying to be a doctor during the day and a lawyer at night.
Come on,
Just
dude.
saying. These are things that I had to put in place. I had to make sure that with everything that I do, all the passion in the world that I have has to match with my purpose. Because if my passion does not match with my purpose, I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting other people's time, and I'm doing myself no good.
But how can you sort of like that? Sounds like it could be a little bit overwhelming because you passions tend to be a lot. Purpose can be one thing or just like a small path, but passions can be, you can have multiple passions, but how can you really break that down, dissect it to make sure it lines up with your purpose? That seems to be the problem here.
Yes, it is. And so what you have to do first, you have to not focus so much on your passion, you have to identify your purpose. Because a lot of times when
In
you
that
try to
order.
go on a trip, you'll never get where you're going if you don't know where you're going. So what is my purpose? How do I find out what my purpose is? And the way that you find out what your purpose is aligned to the things that you've done as a child. Because purpose is not going to change. Passions change every week. Passions change every day. Passions change every month. Every year you come up with a New Year's resolution that's different from the past.
Wait. Time out. Time out. You said purpose will never change, but passion changes?
Absolutely.
That's hot.
Passion can change on a dime.
Yeah,
Your
that's hot.
purpose will never change because one of the things that you find, and think about it, every one of you that's listening to me right now, I want you to think about what you do as a profession right now today. Now, as you think about what you do as a profession, what in your childhood did you do that relates to what you're doing professionally right now? And if you're able to connect what you do professionally with what you used to do as a child, then you're closer to your purpose. I know the reason why I say that is purpose never changes. When you're born, you are born for a purpose. You're born for a reason. You are here planted on this earth to fulfill your destiny. You're here planted on this your purpose. Boy, would you stop that? And what you have to do is and sometimes it's sad, but sometimes we spend a whole lifetime never finding what our purpose is, what our purpose is. We spend a whole lifetime never finding out what we are here for. That's why I wrote the book, Unidentified. And my challenge with the book Unidentified is actually a branding book, but if we wanted to codify it for this purpose here, for this particular show, you want to understand how to lock the power of your purpose. Now, my tagline for the book is how to unlocking the power of your brand. But your brand in this sense, in this context, is yours. What are you here? What problem are you here to solve? And I spent a whole lot of time, even when I was writing this book, unidentified. I spent a whole lot of figuring out who I really was. Dean, listen, I wrote the book last year. I could not release the book because one of my mentors, he challenged me.
Okay.
He's like, listen, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time with this book, and it's not centered into who you are.
Mm.
Because one of the things I had to realize, I can't talk to anybody else about being unidentified if I am unidentified myself.
Mm.
And we have no
Good
choice
point.
in the road that we travel on this earth to fulfill our purpose. We don't get to choose our name. We don't get to choose who our parents are. Those things are done for us. Now, what we have to understand is God make no mistakes. Everything that he does is for our good. The bad, the good, the ups, the downs, the indifferent. And what we have to do is we have to be the puzzle master and put all those pieces together. Why? To make one picture.
Yeah.
And that
I
one
want to
picture that we
pause
make,
till. Yeah. I
yes.
want to pause and shout out Caleb Dempsey, man. He just super chatted $24.99, dude. Dude, thank you
Yo!
so much. By the way,
Awesome.
guys, all donations that you provided today, Ecamm Live Network is going to match that and send that straight to blacklivesmatter.com. That's where all proceeds, all donations.
Awesome.
Dude, thank you so much. Go ahead, buddy.
Awesome. You know, I heard, and just a side note, I heard someone say last week, I wish I had said it. I wish I came up with it.
Yeah.
But they said, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
Yes. True.
Bro,
that's
that's amazing. That's powerful, Doc.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
concept.
Black lives is included in All Lives Matter. So
Yes, sir.
I want to push all of my supporters, all the people that's purchased my book, that's read my book, anyone that's connected from my network. We're sharing it on our page. We're having watch parties. So I want you to make sure that you donate any amount. Any amount is good. I'm traveling right now, guys, but I wanted to take this time to talk to my good friend on this topic, which I think is extremely important, that we walk in purpose and not just passion.
And I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a production with you for 4 days in
Yes,
Miami,
you are.
Florida. Yes. So I'm looking forward to
yes.
that. TL, before you
are.
continue, I want to give people a sneak peek of what your book is like. So we will be right back.
Awesome. I am pleased to have the opportunity to put this book in your life. I am very, very focused on giving you the tools to reach your full potential. Everything that's in my life has been purposeful. Growing up in foster care since I was 5, being adopted as I was 12. There's just been so many roadblocks that's been placed in my life. I know you're listening to me, and you may say that I'm going through the same thing. And one thing I can tell you, if you never stop moving, you will always reach your destination. I am so excited about having this opportunity to pour into your life this way. I want to give you the tools that you need to be exactly who you are. You are the next big thing. You need to make sure you get this book in your life. Log on to this link below and get your copy right now.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back to the show, guys. We are live. Passion versus purpose. My special guest today is T.L. Holmes, who's an amazing author. We're live on the Ecamm network. Shout out to Ecamm. Shout out to Katie. Shout out to the crew. And shout out to everybody that's watching, man. Shout out to Lorraine. What's up, girl? Shout out to everybody that's watching. Now, I want to jump back in real quick because this is something that is very powerful personally to me. Passion versus purpose. Like, you are a singer. Like Lorraine, she's an amazing vocalist. She just released her EP, which she produced. She wrote all the songs, played all the instruments. She produced it, and
Awesome.
it's hot.
Wow.
And so when people do those things and they're passionate about it, like it's hard to sort of separate. Now, if I like what you said earlier, TL, like there are things that I'm doing now that I did at 4 or 5 years old, because I remember making my first guitar out of fishing line. Like the fishing line, that was my strings, and I made the guitar. And I can see right now. I went to this church, and this was in Red Hill, St. Andrew, in Jamaica, where I'm from. And I did this old song called "I Know It Was the Blood Saved Me." I should not brought it up, but that's an old song, dude. So I did that song playing the guitar that I made, and then the preacher came and he picked me up and put me on his shoulder. He was very excited. So that lets me know I'm in my purpose, because I've been doing these things since I was a kid. So, but I have so many other passions, and I want you to
Hmm.
continue sort of dissecting that, because it's one of the biggest things in this day and age, especially now in this pandemic season. We try to do different things, and we don't know how to make money online. And we said, what do we do? Well, I'm passionate about this. And then you're working at a job for 10, 15 years, but you always complained because you want to put food on
Yeah.
the table, but it's not your purpose, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
how do you?
And sometimes your
Yeah,
passion,
yeah,
because you are doing something, it could just be an activity.
yeah. Mm.
And so what you want to do is, number one, you were making strings with as a guitar. I was making drumsticks out of wood.
Wow.
And I am a drummer. I grew up playing drums, and and even my son played drums. My grandson, which is 5 years old, he plays drums.
That's crazy.
And so those are
Wait,
passions.
wait, wait.
And so
You're
we
a
have to
grandfather?
hush. I'm still 21. Hush. We started real young. I had my child when I was 5 years old. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I did not have my child when I was
No.
5 years but no. So no. One of the
Uh,
things that I want to just really address real quick
yeah.
is the fact that when you have a passion, because you can have a passion and 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 not know your purpose.
Okay.
So let me tell you the brief difference between passion and purpose.
Okay.
Passion is a vehicle. Purpose has an impact. I'm gonna say it one more time.
I like that.
Passion is a vehicle.
Hmm.
Purpose has an impact. So what should happen is your passion should provide the vehicle or provide the channel or provide the access way
Mm.
for you to have a walk in purpose or have an impact.
Mm.
So if your passion is playing your bass guitar,
Mm.
what are you doing with your bass guitar with your passion to make an impact?
Wow.
If your passion is having doing live interviews, what are you doing with your platform
Hmm.
to have an impact? How are you channeling it with your purpose? And so what I want to challenge people to do is make sure when you start working to identify your purpose, you go back and find out what you would do for free. What you would do if nobody ever paid you one
Oh my
dime,
gosh.
if no one recognized you for doing it, what would you be doing for free?
Mm.
And if you follow those tracks, if you follow those guidelines, it will take you on the journey to discovering what your purpose is.
Mm.
And so, like I explained to you, my purpose is impacting the lives of people in a positive way all across this world.
Hmm.
And so my passion points are the vehicles that I use to get me to my purpose, to accomplish my purpose. So the movies that I produce, it's going to accomplish my purpose. How am I going to impact people? The photos I take, how is it going to impact people to accomplish my purpose? The marketing, the branding that I'm putting in place, that I'm helping people do, how does it impact my purpose? How does it allow me to impact people in a positive way? The way it does that for me is I'm able to give people tools that they need to move closer to their purpose, to move closer to who they are. Those are the things that motivates me and help me accomplish my purpose.
Dude, that's powerful.
Yeah, yeah. So and sometimes people think having money is purpose. It's not. It has nothing to do with having money. People think having cars, having houses, that's purpose. No, those are things that come along with you walking in purpose. Those are some of the things that come along with you operating in your passion. Yes. So if you're passionate about playing drums or playing bass, people pay you to play bass, then you go buy your car. Your car is not a purpose. Your house is not purpose, because when you die, none of those things matters. What matters is what did you do to change your life? What did you do to help somebody go from ground zero to the Empire State Building? What did you do to impact your kids' lives in order to move them from where they are closer to their destiny, closer to their purpose? What did you do as a parent? What did you do as a friend? What did you do as a loved one? Were you the one that was dedicated and provided for your family? Were you the one that was committed to your friends and loyal to your friends? Those are the things that matters when you can't breathe. Not how much money I got, not what kind of car I drive. It's does my son know that I love him? Does my daughter know that I love her? Did I do those things that are important to life, that makes life sustainable, that make life important, or did I not? Or did I just waste time doing activities?
So me being a bass player and a videographer and all that stuff, which you and I have done countless of projects, years
Absolutely.
on top of years.
Absolutely.
Along those lines. So, but I don't. The earliest I can remember, because video has only been around for a certain amount of years, but I do remember doing video 20 years ago, and my camera is, I don't know what's going on with it.
Focus.
Oh, it's back. Cool. All right. So, I remember doing video many years ago, but because what you said earlier keeps replaying in my mind. What have I been doing since birth? What have I been doing like a couple of years prior? So in other words, me as a grown-up, I should not be like just developing my purpose, but I could also find out late in life like what my purpose is, right? And I think that's one of the problems as well. Like, do we know like how early, or is it too late to know what your purpose is, or is there a special way to find? Yeah.
Well, that's not all our fault. Because like I tell people, there are no roadmap to give parents, or no manual to give parents how to train up a child. I grew up in foster care. Okay. I was talking to my sister this morning. I grew up in foster care. And so we went to different houses from the age of 5 to the age of 12. And so almost every year, I was in 7 different houses in that time. So that's almost a new house, a new environment every single year in my adolescence. It's hard to establish foundation when you're always moving. And so our lives are, like I said, we can't choose the life we're given. We don't have that option as a child. But what we have to do is we have to take what we've given and we have to make lemonade. We have to take the lemons in life and make lemonade. We have to sometimes stop, push pause, and see what we have to work with, and we put together. We don't sit around here and complain. We don't sit around here and just badmouth everybody else, or talk about everybody else, or dog other people, because we don't know who we are. We have to, and what I had to do when I was writing this book is I had to stop. And I had to stop because I was running a marketing firm for 15 years. Since 2005, I was running a marketing firm. And found out that where was I? What did I have? What was I offering? There have been projects that we worked on. We've done extremely well. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God that He's given me the opportunity to carve out my own life and carve out my own stone, ups and downs all together.
Yeah.
There's But there have been things that we've been a part of that we failed at.
Mm.
And I had to realize that, man. I had to figure out, okay, listen, what matters to me? What if I'm talking about leaving legacy, what is legacy? I was never taught what legacy was. And so what we have to do as adults, we have to help our children as young as we can figure out what their purpose is in life. Figure out why are they here? They should not have to go down the same road we went down 30 years, 40 years later. We still don't know what our purpose is.
Yeah. I got a question coming in, TL, from
Mhm.
my wife, Alafia Institute. Yeah, what's up, baby? How do you? Oh, how do you? Whoa, am I reading it wrong? How do you, when you are discovered your purpose, or is it
How do you know when you have discovered your purpose? Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of things, a couple of ways that you know is number one, you will feel it.
Mhm.
You will know you are in the zone.
Okay.
When you hit purpose, you'll look around, you're like, yes, this is it.
Mhm.
When you hit your passion point, you know that this is it. Listen, do it. If you pay me, if you don't pay me, I'm going to do it. That's why I started doing marketing, because I loved it. Now I had to, chase some people down to get my money. But, one of the things and that's why I looked when I wanted to move closer to my purpose, and I'll say destiny and legacy. What am I going to be doing for the rest of my life? Where am I going to put my stakes down? And so what I had to do is I had to figure out, how can I expand impact? How can I expand my reach? Which is what caused me to write books and put all of my knowledge in books, which has caused me to develop software, marketing software. And right now we're also developing a school, a marketing institute.
Yeah.
And so what can I do to have a broader reach? And what I had to do is when I understood what my purpose was, which is to impact people in a positive way, I had to then carve and actually carve out my passion points or my activities to align with my purpose. And so a lot of things I was doing did not have anything to fulfill my purpose. Like for me, playing drums does not, fulfill my purpose.
Yeah.
To me, designing other people's logos and flyers and business cards and, events and stuff like that didn't fulfill my purpose.
Wow.
So, and again, that fulfilled their purpose. That helped them. How can I fulfill my purpose and at the same time help others fulfill their purpose? So what I decided to do is I decided to put my information in books. Because number one, that fulfills my purpose of having a broader impacting the world in a positive way, and it gives you information that if you take the initiative to read, to study, and to develop, it will push you closer to your purpose. So it's not about me not having the passion of doing marketing, or me not having a passion of playing instruments, but how can I align my passion with my purpose to allow me to push purpose and to walk in purpose a lot more than just doing activities.
Guys, I encourage you to get a copy of this book, unidentifiedlawmore.com. And the links are in the description, by the way. The links are in the description. By the way, it's my affiliate link. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy, he doesn't play. My camera keeps going out of focus. But yeah. So I'm super excited, man. Let's take a break and let me show you this powerful platform called Ecamm.
Ecamm Live is a powerful, professional live video production platform for Mac. Connect easily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope, and begin live streaming instant to your profile, business page, or groups. Broadcasting from your Mac means the power to use your professional camera and mics, and easily connect your iPhone camera. If you have a Canon DSLR camera, you'll only need a USB cable to start broadcasting. Add Skype guests to your live stream with one click. Ecamm Live becomes your own personal production studio with a live camera switcher and split screen mode. Rolling an intro video or a pre-recorded segment is as simple as dragging it into the app. You can also stream your Mac's desktop and comment live with picture-in-picture mode. Add a professional touch to your live stream by adding logos, lower thirds, countdowns, and text. Your background with our studio quality green screen feature. Read viewers' comments and reactions here in the app, and add a comment right into your broadcast. Leverage our integration with Restream or Switchboard to stream simultaneously to multiple platforms. And with built-in support for Restream's chat aggregation, Ecamm Live can even display chat comments from over 20 platforms. And when the show is done, a high-quality recording is already saved on your Mac. Ecamm Live, your instant, powerful live video production studio for Mac. Download Ecamm Live's free trial to get started today.
Amazing. That is a powerful Ecamm network. Tia, what are your final thoughts when it comes to, like, what would you say, what would you leave with someone who is perhaps struggling with finding out if he or she knows, like, what is the actual purpose? Because we can go on for a while, for the next 10, 20 years with all the various passions, but we might not know that we're just out of line. We're not in pocket at all. We don't even know what our purpose is. How would you sort of bundle that up?
I would say, number one, evaluate your life. And I call it the red light syndrome. Find out what you stop, start, and continue.
Yeah.
Red light, green light, yellow light. Whether you stop, start, and continue. Number two, you want to find out, I talked about the pots on the stove. You want to make sure that the things that you are doing, your activities, your passion points, make sense. They work together. They don't have you being, the doctor at day and a lawyer at night. Yeah. So if you're into like what you're doing, you're a musician, so you are a music coach. That makes sense. If you was a musician and a contractor, I'm not saying you're not, but you want to. I'm just saying, you're doing construction and then you singing over here. That it just doesn't match. It's cool, but we're talking about identifying your purpose. So when you are identifying your purpose, what you want to do is you want to make sure that everything you're doing makes sense. You want to make sure that you are focused on. You want to make sure that you are focused on where you're going and what you're doing in life.
Yeah.
So me as a marketing professional, as a marketing strategist, It makes sense for me to write a book on marketing. Why? Because that's what I do. Now, if I came out here and wrote a book on drilling oil, then you guys need to think about what it is that I'm doing. What you're trying to say, sir? Because your passion is not lining up with your purpose.
Yeah.
Your purpose is not lining up with your passion. I don't know what you're talking about. So you want to make sense. Thirdly, I would say do what is true to you. Because a lot of times we go in life and we don't walk out, we don't step out in purpose, we don't step out passions, and we don't do those things that's important to us. We'll take care of everybody else. We'll help everybody else walk into purpose. We'll help everybody else become who they are, but we don't take the time out for us. I encourage you, if you are starting a business, if you want to start a business, start that business. If you want to write a book, write that book. If you want to design a software, design that software. If you want to come up with the cure for cancer, the cure for coronavirus, you should start it. You should do it. If you don't do it, you're going to die, and you're going to find out why didn't I empty myself? You're going to die in regret. You should never die in regret. You should leave this earth being empty. You should leave this earth completing everything that you've ever wanted to do. If you want to skydive, do it. Whatever you want to do it. Do not allow yourself to walk through life being unidentified.
Yeah.
I challenge people all day long to be unidentified no more. Stop being the best kept secret. You have all of this knowledge, and I know I'm talking to somebody right now. You have all of this knowledge in you. You have all these passions in you, and it's all bottled up. And don't nobody know. Don't nobody know you can sing. Don't nobody know you can draw. Don't nobody know that you can write a book, that you can write a poem, that you can do computer engineering. Don't nobody know that. Why? Because you're the best kept secret. And being the best kept secret does nobody any good. Why? Because nobody knows, because you're a secret. So I want to push you. I want to encourage you to be unidentified no more. Go to my website, order my book, hit me up on media. I think all of my social media tags, TL Holmes Online, all over. You can get to me. And one of the things that I want to encourage you guys to do is live life and be happy. Love the ones that love you. Be around the ones that are important to you, because we only have one life to live. We have one life to live. And one of the things that I decided to do is because again, starting out, I did not have it all together. I did not know what it is to be a man. I did not know what it was to be a strong man. I did not know what it was to be a father. I did not know what it was to be a friend. And so I had to stop and figure out what those things were. And once I did that, it became more evident of what I've been missing out. And I am learning to love life. I am learning to love me. I am learning how to not be unidentified, and really walk into my purpose, walk into those things that are important to me. Love on the people that love me, care for the people that care for me, and live life to its fullest. I'm so excited. And Dean, thank you so much. I want to thank
my
you.
God.
Listen, man, you guys donate, because one of the things that we understand about change does not just happen with our feet, it happens with our hands. I want to make sure and encourage everybody to vote. That you are doing those things that are important. You're making those decisions. I want to encourage people to start running for office, getting elected, because we can't be a change if we're not in the seat to make the change. I'm going to say that one more time. We can't be a change if we're not in the proper seats that make those changes. So we've also started our own social media network, ampsocial.net.
It's ampsocial.net, yes.
ampsocial.net. So I want people to go in and explore that website. It's allowing you to amplify your voice on ampsocial.net. Set up your profile. It's an extremely wonderful platform that allows us to amplify our voice.
That is true. TL, I cannot thank you enough, dude. Like, this is amazing. Thank you for coming on here. Shout out to eCam Live Network for allowing us to come on here, man, and just to kick it with y'all. Shout out to Glenn and Ken, the co-founders of eCam, and shout out to Katie. Thank you so much for coming on here, man, and shout out to everybody that's watching, man, and everybody that joined. Shout out to Alafia Reynolds, my wife. Shout out to Lorraine. Shout out to everybody, even my own kids are watching. Dean Jr., Hannah, shout out to you guys. This for me is pretty dope, pretty important. And I trust that you get something out of this session today. All the passions that you have, make sure that they actually line up with your purpose. And shout out to my nephew Shandine, who's watching us also from Jamaica. You have to make sure that your passions line up with your purpose. And it's never too late to find out what your purpose is. I'm going to play this. So remember, I am a music coach, and you can also find me links in the description, by the way. DeanReynoldsMedia.com. You can set up a consultation, any music questions, any musical needs you have. You don't know how to make money online. You don't know how to collect your royalties. You don't know how to produce your music. Anything like that, you can hit me up on DeanReynoldsMedia.com. My Instagram is the same, Dean Reynolds Media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm actually moving from this space in about a week or so. So the next time I put out a video and live stream should not be from this location. So I'm going to play this video. And until next time, guys, peace. Have you ever wondered why, after 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, even 60 years, musicians, artists, songwriters are still being paid? Have you ever wondered why? How can you make money if your music is on just YouTube, SoundCloud, Facebook? My name is Dean, and welcome to Music Publishing Made Easy. In this course, you'll learn the 5 main functions of a music publisher: acquisition, exploitation, administration, collection, and production. You'll also learn the bundle of rights. Did you know anytime you write a song, anytime you record a song, that song becomes tangible and you automatically get a bunch of rights? Here's the big one: how to avoid copyright strikes on Facebook and YouTube. Oh yeah. And the difference between a copyright strike and a copyright claim. There's a difference. Performance royalties. How can you make money if you perform at a club, at a venue somewhere, a concert hall, stadium? Music distribution. And finally, how can you raise money for your music project, your album, your EP, your single, your tour? My name is Dean. This is Music Publishing Made Easy. I'll see you